Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for subscribing to the channel. So in the previous video we have learned how we can fetch our data from database into the view. So in this lesson we are going to learn how we can fetch photos also with our data using relationship. So let's go. First of all, in my product model here, which is inside models product, in here I will create a new method which is public function photo, and inside this I will say return this has one, like this. Then my photo model, here I will call my photo models photos colon class, then my foreign key, which is, let's go to database photos and product ID. Let's copy this. Now in my products table, in here where I wrote product items is equal to products all, in here I will type with my relation name, which is photo. I will take a copy and paste it here, and instead of all I will type get. So now let's go to our blade file. In here let's add one more heading with the name of on heading, and inside my for each loop I will type td url colon asset, and inside asset I will type item, the arrow key, my relationship which was photo, then the column name which is path. Let's copy this and paste. Now let's save. Let's go to browser, refresh our page. So we got it, but instead of td we have to write image. We have to add image tag. So let's do that. Image source, and let's cut this from here. Paste it here, close the image tag. Now save, and let's give him a weight also, style weight of let's say 25%, and let's go refresh back. So as you guys can see, this is how we can get our relationship data, which is we create has one relationship here, then we call it using with photos, and in here in the blade file we call it like this: our item which we get from the for each loop, our relationship name, then the column name which is in our database. So this part is done. Now let's see how we can edit or delete this product. Let's start with the delete. So I will create one more heading here. I will call it action, and down here td I will create two buttons, one for edit and one for delete. So let's create input type button class button success, and I will give it a value of update. Another button, same, copy paste, but this one I will change success to danger, and this one to delete. Update and delete. Now let's go and refresh our page. Our buttons are ready. Sorry for the bad design, just we will focus more on functionality. Now in here we have to create two functions in JavaScript. So let's see how we can do that. To do that, in the end of my page I will create an script tag, and inside the script I will create a function of edit, and in the edit I need to get this record ID, so I will type the parameter as an ID, and I will say location dot href to my route slash the ID. So now let's go to create this our route. In here in the web.php I will say route get edit, sorry, like this, edit slash the ID parameter that I expect, and I want to add this method in my products controller. So I will type in here inside the array product controller colon class edit method. Now let's copy this, paste it in our blade in here now, and this is good. Now let's go to our products controller. Down here I will type public function, my method name. Here I am expecting an ID, and I will create a variable for my products model. Here I will say where ID is equal to ID and first. So basically what I said in here, in our I said in products model where ID is equal to what ID we get, fetch the first one that you found and return the view, return view. So I don't have the view here, so let's call it edit view, and with the compact our item. Now let's go and create this blade. So copy this, and inside resources view page new file edit view dot blade dot php. So let's add pages here also, page dot edit view. Now inside this I will copy everything from my create. Now everything which is inside my create, I need them exactly as they are. So here I will create, and instead of value here, okay, let me delete this errors for now, and instead of value, all value that I wrote, I will just say $sign item dash name. Same for price, $sign item dash price, and quantity $sign item, the variable that we get, quantity. Now for image I will comment it out now, we will discuss it later. And in the top, because it's update, I will type the method as put, and I also need the ID, so I will create input type number and make the value of this $sign item dash the ID that we get from the record, and a name is equal to ID. It should be hidden with read only. Okay, so now let's go to our read.blade.php, and in the update we have to call, in the update button we have to call this edit. So I will type on click and my function name with the ID of the item that we get. Now let's save everything. Now save. Let's go to browser, refresh our page. Now let's press the update button and we got our record. So now let's go to back to our VS Code and product controller and create our update method. For that I will type here public function update request $request, and in the down I will just copy what I wrote in the save method and paste it here. Now in the first slide, in a state of product, I will write my model name products where id is equal to request, what we get from the request, and at the end I will say update. Now here I will also return back, and in the end in here I will type first to fetch the first item that it finds. Now let's copy this and go to web.php and create a route for it. For that I will route put, I will make the type of this route as an put, and my URL name, my products controller class, and my method name. So let's copy this in our edit, and in here I will type URL, and inside this I will type my URL. So everything is done, and let's save this. Let's go to back to browser, refresh our page. Now change this to AA capital A. Okay, we are back in here, so let's refresh. As you guys can see, it updated our record. So now let's see how we can handle our image update. For that I will come here and I will uncomment this, and in the product controller I will import this line of code. In the top I will use this class. Now in the method, update method, before the return I will type if $request has, and I will copy this name, my image name. Then we know that the user also wants to change the image, so for that we have to first delete our old image from our public folder and then update, add a new image. So for that I will type file : delete, and sorry, before this I will fetch my record. So I will make a variable called my photos model where product id is equal to $item dash id, take the first one. Now that we get our product record, in here I will just type $photo and the path of that. So this one sorry, it's items. This one will delete our file from our public folder. Now let's go back to the top and copy this, same what we did with the update, paste it here. So we don't need to write this line of a code, and let's paste, fix this, and also we need image name, which I get from here, and I also have to move it, so like this. Now let's go back to our browser, refresh our page, and now this time let's choose an image also. So this time I will choose this image. Let's take it, press the submit button. So it's saved. Now let's go back to our table and see that is the image changed or not. So as you guys can see, our image has been changed. So now let's go back to our VS Code and make this delete button method. So for that, in here I will, in our products controller, I will make a new method which is public function delete, and in here request $request, and in here I will copy this line of code which I created for my update, copy this and paste it here, and instead of items arrow ID I will say request ID, and in the end I will say photos delete. So this will delete my photos from database table and also from the local storage. So we also want to delete our products. For that I will type here product, my model name, where id is equal to $request dash id and delete. So and at the end let's return back also. So this method will delete our record from our database, and also it will delete the file from our public folder. Now let's go to our blade file, and in here that I wrote the delete button, I will make a new form method post and action. I will create it later, so for now empty, and inside this I will make a new input type of a number. The name would be id and the value would be the item dash id that we get. Let's close it. Let's add our csrf token, add csrf, and below it I will type the method of this form which is delete. Now let's move this also in the app, make our input type hidden and read only. So everything is fine. Now let's go to our web. Let's create our route. For that I will type route, the method would be delete, and the route also would be delete. We will use our products controller colon class and the method name. Let's copy this, put it inside our form that we just created, save it. Now let's go to our browser, refresh. So now let's delete this. We forgot to change the type of our button, which is from button to submit. Now let's go back to our browser, refresh our page. Now let's press delete. So as you guys can see, it deleted our product. Now let's delete this one also. This is also has been deleted. So this is it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, please don't forget to press the subscribe button, and see you guys in the next video.